Okay, so we'll go through this homeworks, right? So few people have done homework. Good morning. So yeah, so here, okay. So this is, see, there is a difference between, okay. So there is a difference between defect and a bugs. Okay, so in this case, I'm sorry, a defect and a feature. Okay, there's a difference between defect and a feature. Okay, so here, what you're trying to request is a feature. Okay, so because when you're clicking on some button, the other options are also displaying. So it's up to the business to, to see that is it really, issue, or so it's not really issue. Okay, but this is something to talk about it. Okay, you need to talk with the business analyst saying that, hey, you know what, this is what it is displaying, and it's not really displaying the original, the original which was actually required. Okay, so okay. So yeah, so these are all actually, I would say a feature request. You want to request a feature, okay? Okay, so yeah, sales tax. Here's the thing: it's not just for New York, New Jersey. It's for, this should be inbuilt functionality for that. Okay, so yes, the sales tax is displaying wrong because for Delaware, it's a different. For New York, it's a different. For California, it's a different. So everything is different for each state. So they have to calculate it. So it's not really about New York or New Jersey or something. But yes, sales tax should be. So we already discussed about this, right? So we discussed in the class. So you know what? Somebody, yes. Okay. So now this is a defect. Now this is a defect. Let me show you. Okay. I'll just go here. Oops. So here you go. You see this? That's a really good defense. That's a good find. Okay, so I would say that is really good catch. And you know what? And I was expecting that. I was expecting someone to find this. So what's happening is, previously, whenever you hover your mouse over this image, it was changing to hand cursor. Okay, now it's no more. But the moment you click on this, see this? Oh, page not display. Now this is the bug. Okay, so this is the bug. You have to open a defect for this. Okay, okay, this might be very low priorities. It goes to very low priority, and it may not be taken as that serious. But of course, this is also a defect. Okay, so you want to do that. So that's one thing. So that's good. So I was expecting that. I was expecting that kind of issues actually. So that's good. So the difference between this, so here's the thing. There's the difference between defect and a feature. Its feature is something which you want additional. Okay, that means this page is, let's say, like somebody is right. So in clicking this button, this is also showing. So this is a different feature. So this is really not a bug. Okay, because here it's showing tens, that's why it's showing as 10. But if you, see glasses, if you put glasses, that will show up as glasses, okay? So that's a feature, okay? It's not really, it's a bug, okay? So, okay, shopping date is not available. Okay, shopping date. So that is something you have to request it, okay? Um, okay, so that's good. Let's see here. Okay. So what exactly is this? Billing page, state name. Okay. Okay. So this is again, you're requesting a new feature. Okay. This I would not say this is as a bug. Okay. So yeah, Kamal, can you open? Can you unmute your mic and say like what you're trying to say, so that I'll see what's actually. See, sometimes, see, that's the thing, right? That's what I want to tell people. Like, it's always better to have an interaction, right? Just pinging, nobody understands, better. You want to unmute, so that's the thing. You want to unmute your mic. If you have any question, unmute it, and you can go ahead and talk. Okay. Um, that's the thing I prefer most of the time, because pinging, would not help much. Okay, it should be more interactive. Okay, so if you have questions, if you have any questions which is there, you have to unmute your mic, and go ahead what's it is related about. Okay. So okay, so these are few of them were actually um, features. Okay, let me show you what could be the defects here again. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, if you have any questions, unmute your mic and you can go ahead, because if you're typing here, this would not make sense to me. Okay, because you're trying to say something, I would understand something else. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, the next defect is this copyright information. It shows 1997. Okay, see this? So this is not 1997. This is 2018, right? So that means copyright is an expired, and you cannot run this website with expired copyright. Okay, if it's financial, that's fine, but if you're working in a healthcare, okay, this is compliance issue. This comes under compliance issue. Okay, so you cannot use this with an expired copyright. Okay, so that's that's a defect. Okay, so let me show you one more defect here. So let's say I'm trying to order here. Let's do this. Now let's see if this works. Now what I'm trying to do here is, we'll say February, okay. One, okay. Nice building. Oh, did you see this? So nobody opened this defect, right? So this is taking the expired credit card. So that's a defect. Does it make sense? Does it make sense to everyone? Okay, so these are the three defects I showed you, right? So one, so somebody opened, that's good, and the second is the expired copyright, and third is it's taking the um, expired credit card that was expired in January, but this is February. Now you can make transaction using expired credit card, right? Does it make sense? Okay, so I guess nobody is answering, so I'll just move forward to, because I keep telling you have to be proactive, but okay, it's up to you. So give me a second. I'll be back. Okay, so yes. So that's what I'm saying, right? You cannot use expired credit card, right? So here, if you are using the expired credit card, it's still working. Okay. So let's say January 2018, right? That means this is expired. Okay, I'm going through and it's going through this page. So it should show some pop-up window saying like, the card is expired, or you cannot move this with this credit card. Okay, something the pop-up window. Okay, but it's not showing here. So that's another bug. Okay, so I don't think anyone has taken those bugs. Okay, but you have to work on this. So everyone just came up with, actually those are the features. That means those are additional things which you want to have. Okay. Okay, so those are the additional features requests you're actually trying to request. So when you're trying to request, you have to talk to the BA, because the business is, have to see, is this, the correct feature, or they have to implement or not, it's up to them. Okay, so those cannot be considered as a defect. Okay, does it make sense? Wow. Okay. So let's go to here pretty quick. Then let me finish this. So here we're using test management tool. Okay, so this is the Rally. So Rally. So I'll be giving you access by today. Okay, and you can start using it, and make sure you guys see. Here's the thing: you don't uh, delete any user stories. Okay, so now this is the thing. I keep telling this. Okay, so here's the thing. Where if you are deleting any user story, that's fine. Here I'll take care of it. But if you are doing that in your project, no, you're not doing that, because more than work, it will you are going into a trouble. Okay, so you cannot delete anyone's work. So you have to make sure you don't delete any user story. Okay, if you have questions, you have to reach out to me. Okay, that this is how it is. Okay, I cannot use this. Can you show me again? Or can I look at the video? Look at the video. How are you trying to say? Okay, you have to look into this. But remember, you're not going to delete the user story. Does it make sense? See, nobody is answering, so I'm not sure. So here's the thing: if you're not, if you're not answering, right? I'll not be giving you access. Simple, because I don't want to get my user stories, because so many people will be using it. So many people. Okay, so if you're not, you don't want to accept it, that's fine. But then you'll not get it. Okay, that's a simple thing. So not many people are saying yes. So okay, so here this is a okay. So this is a user story. Okay, to use this, you have to log in and you have to make sure which project you're working on. So this, if you see this here, it's we have less projects, but you will have plenty of projects which you will be working on. Okay, so here you have to select which project so you will be having access only which project you're working on. Okay, so normally you don't have access. If you don't have access, that means that's not the project you're working, or you have to request for it. Here we have, so this is a project and this is what we are working on, and you have to go to the user stories. Once you go to the user stories, you see this so many user stories, right? Go to the user story 149. It will be right here. Okay, and there is a sub user story. So these are like child user stories. Okay, now click on this. Now again, user story is not for you. You are not doing anything in this user story. What is user story? This is only to view. Okay, so this is only to view. So what is, what business is trying to say and what you are trying to do. Okay, this is what you will be doing. You are not deleting anything. You are not modifying anything. Okay, and also please don't do in this. Okay, because so many people will be writing homeworks, and I see so many people are frustrated because somebody deletes the user story and someone else wants to write the homework, and no, Rally is not an open source. It's a closed source. Okay, it is not used by everyone. Okay, so if you are, that's the thing. If you're getting access to this, you have to be very careful, because not everyone gets access for this. Okay, so I'll be giving you access by today. Okay, so you can have some practice, but make sure you are not deleting anything here. Okay, this is not your job to delete anything. This user, so many people write, I've given homework and people are trying to do homework, and people become very frustrated and say, why don't you give my own user ID? Okay, so because they deleted the user story. Now, see, here's the thing. First time I told them not to delete, they deleted again. Second time I told them not to delete, there's a lot of people writing, they deleted again. Third time I told them not to delete, they deleted again. So this is how they are working. So I don't want such kind of thing here, okay? if you are doing this in the real time, you will be in real trouble. So you're not deleting anything here. Just this is only to view. Okay, user story is only to view here. Okay, so make sure. Okay, so make sure you're not, you know, deleting anything. See, I'm saying this again because there are people who will be writing homeworks, and they actually you are giving trouble to those people who are sincerely writing the homework. Okay, so they are actually trying to complete the homework, and you are actually troubling them by deleting it. So don't do it. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. This is the user story. This only shows what's to do about it. Okay, so here it's saying like verify all functionality. So this is simple. Don't expect this to be as simple. There will be a lot of information here. Okay, and you have to understand what's it. There'll be like paragraph, kind of in this. I made it simple because here I put a screenshot, and it's easy for you, but it's really will not be easy. You have to understand because this user story is prepared keeping a lot of people in mind, because your boss, your manager will be involved in this. You as a tester, developer, architect, okay, all the project manager, business analyst. So a lot of people are involved. So this will not be so easy to understand because a lot of people will be reading this, and everyone will be interpreting their own way of doing, because you as a tester, you have to see what application or what you're trying to test. Okay, that's your that you have to do. Okay. Okay, so this is this you have to only look into it, and let's go to this task. Okay, so this task, let's create a task here. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm creating a task. Okay, task means like how much time will it take, so normally what you're trying to do and how much time will it take to complete it. Okay, so let's say I'll take 10, that means it will take 10 hours. So here it's in hours. Okay, description. um, okay, so if there's an attachment, you can attach any attachment, and once you do that, click on create. And I'm done. Okay, good. So what I have created. So let's say you're working on so many projects, right? You're doing in functional testing. You're also doing regression testing. Let's say you're working on 3 to 4 projects. In that case, what you want to do is prepare a task for yourself. Sometimes you might be preparing. Sometimes the lead will prepare and forward to you. Or sometimes your boss, sometimes it gets from different team member. Your boss gets it and assign it to you. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. Now, you can also prepare it yourself if you're working on it, because you have to say how much time you're taking to complete your task. Okay, so here that's important. Okay, because your boss will be asking you why are you taking this much time. Okay, so that's the important thing. Okay, so you have to create your task. Let's say you're creating for, let's say you're working on 3 to 4 projects. Then in that case, you want to create for each and every project, and you have to report it to your boss that this is the time I'm spending for this is for these many test cases. Okay, so this is about the task. Any questions? Okay, So let's go to test cases then. So here are the test cases. Okay, so once you click on the test cases, you have to start writing your test cases. Okay, so far we know how to test an application. We have seen a lot of defects, right? Now you have to start. So actually, first you need to prepare your test cases. Then then you have to execute your test cases. Then you actually log at defects, whatever your findings are. Okay, that's how you have to work. Okay, so to do that, okay, go to the action, and you don't even have to click anything. Just hover your mouse and then you set new test case. Click on that. Okay, so here you have this option, testing GM online. Okay, great. Okay, so guys, I'll leave that. You know what? We'll just put as functional list. And okay. And once you have put some description, then if you need attachment, you can use attachments. It's not really required, but if you have any attachment, you can put that. Owner. The owner of the test case is always a tester. Okay. Sometimes it's a bit rare. Like sometimes it is like you'll be writing test cases from someone else, right? Let's say your job is only to write test cases, but someone else will be testing that. In that case, you want to put the owner, but that's very rare. So can we link Excel file to this Rally? No. There's no option to import um, to this. Okay, so you cannot import it actually. Okay, so here's the project. Select which project you're working on. Okay, your developer, production, or testing. So here we are seeing as testing. And if you want to expedite, that means you want to move fast, then you can click on expedite, but here it's not required. Objective is to test all the okay. Okay. So to test all the functionalities and features of a Gym Online project. Okay, so what type of testing we are doing? So there's so many options here: functional, performance, regression, usability, user interface. So here we'll go with functional. What is the method? Is it manual or automated? So we are doing manual. What is the priority? So we'll just put as important and risk medium. Okay. Okay, so before doing that, what is the preconditions? Okay, what is the preconditions to write these test cases? Right now, the preconditions here is code should be code should be deployed in QA environment. Then what's next? Smoke testing should be completed. Okay. Anything else? Anyone remember? Okay. So here, now let's go to post conditions. Okay, you have this post conditions here. What's the post condition? Post conditions are code should be deployed to production. Oops, not this. Okay, here regression testing should be completed. Okay, and then code should be deployed to production. Okay, now once we complete this, let's start writing our test cases. Okay, to start writing, so you have the steps. You see the steps option. Okay, you have two fields. Okay, validation input and validation expected result. Okay. So now let's say our application is ready, but it's not always the case. Here we are using for ease of convenience. Okay, let's say, you know what, I'll just write enter the URL. Okay, enter the URL in the Chrome browser and hit enter. Okay, so that's the input. So you know what, this is what input I'm doing. What is the expected result? The result will be homepage of GeoMo Online should be displayed. Okay, so this is kind of what the input and what the expected you're expecting. Okay, so that's the thing. Now you have to start writing your test cases here. Okay, so this kind of, you can take it as this is first test case, but we'll go through this. Okay, so to start writing, hover your mouse over this is called action steps. See the steps? There's action step. Click. When you click on that, there's a drop down box shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you using one, it shows a couple of fields. If you're showing us 2, then it shows 4 fields. Okay, let's go to one by one. Okay, just click on 1. Once you click on 1, the page gets refreshed and see this input and expected result. Okay, so input, what I'm giving the input is, now let's say this homepage of GeoMo is displayed. Now let's say I'm trying to click this button, right? I'm trying to click this button. So click on enter GeoMo Online button. Okay, so this is what I'm clicking. Now what's happening? The page is getting changed, right? It's online catalog. So online, so what you want to write is pages online catalog page. Okay, so page is navigated to online catalog page. Okay, great. Now value is okay. So this is my second. Now let's say I want to write one more test case. Okay, let's write one more. Click on this action again. Click on this action step. Click on 1. You can write it in bunch. Like let's say if you want to want more fields, click on 5. You get more fields. Okay, so but here we are going step by step to see what we are trying to do. Okay, and page, okay, this page is navigated to catalog, and let's say I'm ordering some 10 quantity. Okay, here, so what I'm trying to write here is enter to the order quantity as 10 for 3% dome tent. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm entering order quantity as 10 for the 3% don't print. Okay, so that's the thing. And what I'm trying to do, and click on place an order button. Okay, okay. Now what's the results? Mm, the result is place order page. So page is navigating to navigate to place order button. Okay. So this is my second test case. So now let me write the third test case now. Again, I go here the steps, add action step, click on, I'll just go ahead and click on one and see what's happening. Oh, you see this? Now this is my third test case, not second, but this thing came in between. You see this? This has become second. Okay, so I don't want this, right? Because this is this my test cases are screwed up because this is supposed to be my second and this supposed to be third. So here's the thing: what you can do, um, you have this option for every field value on the right corner. Okay, see these two options. What you can do is there's two buttons here. Okay, add action step and action menu. Go ahead and click on action menu and move this step down. Okay, and here you go. Now it sounds good. Okay, because now this is my second and this is my third test case. Okay, now we'll start writing here. Click on proceed with order button. Let's see if everything is good. I want to see. You know what? We just try different. Verify. And click on proceed with order button. Okay, what is the expected result? Click on this button. Billing information. Okay. Okay, so page is navigated to billing information page. Now I want to write again. I want to write a test case again. Next test case. Okay. So again, I'm not going to here because I know what's happening. Okay, it's getting in between. So what I'll do is there is as I told you, there's two boxes here. Okay, so people who cannot see it. So you see these two boxes here. So I'm clicking one of them. Okay. So we'll just click on this add action, click on one. So this is good because it gets right the next step what I'm trying to do. See here, I got this fourth step and this is my fourth step. Okay, now here what you're trying to say is enter all the information and click on place the order button. Okay, here's the thing. You want to verify too. So what I want to do is enter all the information, verify. Okay, just verify what you're trying to do and click on place the order button. Okay, Let's see what happens. Okay, the receipt, online store reception. So page is navigated to online store receipt page. Okay. Okay. Now let's say I want to write one more test case. Click here again, go to one, and there's one more test case here. Okay, this is an input. What's the input? So we'll just put it here. Click on return to home page button. Okay. So click on home page of Geomo Online. Will display. Okay. So this is how you have to start, writing your test cases. Any questions so far? So here what I'll do is go ahead and click on save and close. Here you go. This got updated. Your test case ID is generated. That is TC365. That TC means test case. Okay. TC365, and are we able to write on Rally? Yes, only when I give you access. So I'll be giving you access today, and make sure you're not deleting anything because because there's so many people. Okay, you guys are like 10 people, right? 2 people already left. So there are more than that actually. So don't delete anything because people will be trying to do homework. So I will be giving you homework. Just your job is to write the test cases and execute it. That's it. Okay. Don't delete anything. Okay. If you want, go ahead, create a user story. I don't care. Okay. Okay, so go ahead and create user stories and do whatever you want, but don't delete this user story, okay? Because this is very important, and I don't want anyone to get into trouble because a lot of people, trying to do homework and they get frustrated, saying that user stories be deleted, not once. I mean, I keep telling them and they keep doing it. It's like 3 times. So I don't want that, okay? So don't delete anyone's work too, okay? Okay, so here's the thing, how do you write it when you write? So make sure if you are writing for homework, okay, so if you guys are writing for homework, make sure you put the name here. See this, my name, I'll show you, okay. Okay, the people who are not able to see here, let me animate it. Okay, see here, my name, instead of this, you put your name. Okay, this, and okay, let me show you how. You can create your own, just as I've shown you how to create it. Okay, so here is the thing, this should be your name. Okay, now, okay, so we have just created a test case. Now, we have done nothing. Okay, technically, you have done nothing. Now, you have to execute this test case. Okay, now writing a test case is not, okay, you know what, wait, just wait. We have not, see, here's the thing. We have only written 5 test cases, right? Let me go to here. You know what, this is not enough. Okay, this is really not enough. So what you're trying to do here is, because say, since you will be testing a lot of things, okay, you'll be testing a lot of things here. So what you want to do is, and these steps are really, it's very high level. Okay, this is very high level. If you ask me, it's high level because you have to do more than what actually written here, right? So what you want to do is, you know what, just for partial scenarios, you can write this small because your boss will be checking this, what have you done? So there will be a simple question from your boss will be, what have you done? So now this test case is high level, so you cannot explain everything. So even if your boss is lenient, that's okay. You can get a lenient boss, but when you are getting audit review, the audit guy will ask you in front of everyone. So you have to make sure you're prepared. So you know what? You can write this option, test it for passive scenarios, test it for native. Okay. I'll test it for boundary values. And tested images, fields, static text, drop downs, if there is any, those drop downs. Do we have any drop downs here? Okay. Static text and field values. Anything else? URLs. Okay. Do you see anything else? Okay. Cosmetic scenarios. Okay. Okay. So okay. So somebody asked, right? So how, if we get unexpected result during testing, where can we write? You can just place it close. Okay. So the question should be more specific. If there's unexpected scenarios, that will be a bug, right? Then you have to check with your lead, okay? If there is an unexpected, that means you're looking into this document. So this is the document, okay? And you're looking into the document and trying to test it, and this document result doesn't match with the result of this, then obviously it's supposed to be a bug. But again, you have to check with the lead. You know what? You open an email, write an email, put your lead's name, okay? Whatever your lead is, put the screenshot here. What's the result? Okay, let me explain you. Okay, so this is how you have to do it. Okay, check this. Put a screenshot here and okay, and what you'll do is highlight your issue. What exactly is your issue? Okay, and let's say this is what you're looking into it. Okay, so now you want some unexpected. So somebody asked a question, right? Unexpected. So that's what I'm trying to explain. Okay, put it here. This is put your lead's name. What is your lead? And unexpected issue. Okay. Put your lead name, whatever the lead is, and tell them that I'm trying to order and I'm getting this. Okay, so this is how you want to coordinate. Okay, without coordination doesn't work. Does it make sense? Okay, so somebody asked that question actually. So okay, so again, we'll go get back to this. So somebody asked, can't we just raise a defect in the defect menu? Nope. You cannot see. Here's the thing. You found some issue here. Okay, you understand? You found this bug. Just like this, you sent so many issues here. Okay, that's a bug. Okay, right? And let's say, as a matter of fact, you did it. You open this. Go ahead and open a bug here. That's fine. Now, you'll get a call from your boss. Hey, can you stop by at my desk? Okay. So you opened this defect. You said yes. Who told you to open this defect? What's your answer on this? Does it make sense? I hope it's making sense to everyone. Okay. Your boss will be asking you, now you found an issue, right? You found an issue and you're telling me that, no, I found a bug. This is a bug and I'll go ahead and, you know what, I'll just go ahead here and, what is it? Let's go to here, which place. And there's a bug here and I'll go ahead and click and open this bug just right here. And that's it. I'm done. Your job is done. That doesn't work that way. You have to coordinate. So that's what, coordination comes. That's what it means by communication skills. You have to coordinate with your lead. Everyone has to be on the same page, because it might, see, the reason of not why I'm saying you cannot open just like that, because somebody else might be testing it, okay? Somebody else might be doing that work, or your lead has already opened it, okay? Or you have to check with your lead and say, can I open it, okay? You can.
Excuse me? But we can make the status of the defect as new, right? After verification of the manager, then he will open the defect.
Okay, you want to change the status? Yeah, that's fine. You can do that.
First we can make the defect as a new status. Then manager will, when discussed with the developer and the manager, then they can open the defect, right?
Okay, yeah, that's an option. So here's the thing. Okay, you can do that. So I'm not saying you cannot. But thing is, let's say there was something, okay, let's say that you were talking with the developer, you already done that, okay, 2-3 defects, you're putting new, okay, you didn't assign to anyone, that's fine, that's good. You have invested some time there, okay, it takes some time to do this, right? Let's say 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour, and you had a meeting and they said, no, this is not a defect, we are not moving ahead with this. What is your option on that? Now you have to delete that, right? Does it make sense? You have to delete. You have to delete it. So yes, that's an option. You can do it, but I'm not saying you cannot. But you have wasted some time, right? 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. If you have time, you can do that. That's not a thing. But as always, you need to coordinate. That would be much better option. Does it make sense? Okay, so for everything, it's not a good idea to go to the manager. So you don't want to go with anyone actually. You need to see what's the issue and confirm with your lead. You first point of contact will be your lead. If your lead is not available, then you have to check with someone else, like a developer, or have a meeting. Okay, then your boss, because your boss doesn't like issues. Okay, there will be your boss, never likes issues. So you cannot go for everything for your boss. You have to go, first point of contact is your lead. Okay. So yes, you can do that. Okay. You can open the defect and put it as new. Don't assign to anyone. Okay. Once you confirm in the meeting, is it good? Is it not good? Or as you can also talk about it. Whatever the lead response is, okay, based on that, you can move forward, okay. You want to delete it, or you can, assign it to some developer, that's fine, okay. So you can do it. It's many ways to do it, okay. So now we have completed this test case, right? So let's execute this test case, okay. Let's execute it. We have done nothing actually. So here, once to execute, right, there are 3 options here. So after editing, just you have this option to save and close. Okay, so if you have edit, right, you have this option, save and close. See this? Oh. So this is an option where you can save and close your work. Okay. Okay. So now what we are going to do is execute your test case. Okay. So let's see here. You have these three options here. Three options, you see these three options. So first option is to execute, this one is to execute your test case. Second one, the pen and pencil, you want to edit it if you want to edit. Third is if you want to copy this and make use of this test case, you can also do that. Okay, so let's execute this test case. Okay, so let's put this build. So build number, you have to check with your lead what's the build. So here we'll put 18. And let's say pass. This should pass and what do we click here? Successfully. Come on. Executed test cases. Functional test cases. So just be functional test cases for GMO Online. Okay, and 7 close. Okay, good. So once you have done this, now you see this option. You get this option here and saying the successfully executed, test cases for GMO. So here's the thing. Now, you know what? So I didn't tell you one thing actually. You have to put the attachment here. Okay. The reason why you have to have attachment because okay, you have executed it, it's fine, that's fine. There was some production issue. Okay. There was some production issue, and if there is any production issue, the QA guy will get caught. So your boss calls you. Okay, so there is a production issue, and who were testing? You were testing? Yeah, you were testing. Okay, so can you show me your test cases? What have you written your test cases? So now you see your test cases. Okay, that's good. How would I know that you have tested these test cases? Your boss will ask you the simple question, right? How would I know that you have tested it? That's a very good question. Right? So what you want to do is you want to put result here. Okay, the screenshot. So now here's the thing. So how I do is a little different. So let me show you. Okay, so for each test case you have to put your screenshots. Okay, so here let's go. So this is it. Okay, this is my first test case screenshot, and oops. Oh, this has been a problem. And so I'm going to click on this. Let's say my scan screenshot. Okay. And I want to place an order. Take another screenshot. MS Word has some problem. So, okay, so I have to fix this. And then go to filter. Take a screenshot. So you can either put the completely or say I'm trying to remove unnecessary information. Okay, so we can put either way. It's up to you. Okay, and screenshot. Okay, so we'll start here. Okay, so this is not good. It's not properly aligned, but we'll say this. Let's see this as GMO results. Okay. And what you're going to do with this is, once you have taken all these screenshots, go ahead and click on edit where you have documented this result. Okay. Now I'm going to edit this and attach this attachment near the attachment section. Okay. That's the reason is for this attachment. Okay. You want to attach it. Click on GMO tab. And GMO results. Now you have a better answer for. Oops, no, I need to put this result. Put some time, like duration. How much time did you take? Let's put as 10 seconds. Now you have an answer when your boss asks, okay, how would I know that you have completed your testing, that you have done good job. So now you have to show, you can show this. Why don't you look at my documents? You know what? We were doing this and we didn't find any issues at that point of time. I'm not sure what happened later because recently the people were actually changing it, so I'm not exactly sure. But when we were doing it, there was no issues, and we have documented this, and there's also too many bugs today, and we fixed it all of them. We opened this and we fixed all of them. Okay, so this is what you want to answer when your boss says. Does it make sense? Okay, good. So you know what? We'll stop here because um, people also left and also taken a lot of time. Okay. So any questions so far? Anyone? Any questions? That's good. People, you have to ask questions like someone asked, right? So you have to ask like that if you have any questions. Okay. You can unmute your mic and you can ask. Okay. Somebody asked. That's good. You have to be interactive. The more interaction you be, the better for you. Okay. Yes. If you have any confusion, let me know. We can go offline and see. Take some time and see. What we can do. But I'll give you access for this. You can go ahead and practice it. Okay. 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 If no questions, can we close this class for today? Okay. Okay, thank you guys.